Aloha, welcome back to the Hibiscus Ohana's kitchen. Today we are going to make a very quick meal. It's basically a chicken soup with potatoes. Just because you want to make a fast meal doesn't mean it doesn't can't be unhealthy. We're just going to take a little shortcut by using some frozen veggies and our pressure cooker. We're using an Instant Pot. So this is all the equipment and spices that I'm going to use. So we got our Instant Pot, just our cutting board and knives here, peelers for peeling the potatoes, which I already peeled. I'm using an immersion blender because I'm using fresh tomatoes instead of tomato sauce. Tomato sauce will make this a lot easier. I'm using some frozen veggies. This is a bell pepper and onion blend, and this is a fire roasted vegetable blend that I got from Costco. I like it because it gives a smoky flavor. I'm using oil. You can use any oil. I'm using olive oil, garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, salt, pepper, and chicken stock. Like I said, I'm using fresh tomatoes, but you can use tomato sauce to make it even easier. And for our protein that we're using chicken breast, which I'm going to cube. So we're just gonna, and we're all gonna throw this all in the Instant Pot and cook it for 30 minutes. I already got my rice going, and a tip to make this even faster, because we're gonna make it a soup, you wanna throw a pot of water onto the stove, and so you can get it heated up, so we don't stop the cook when you need to add water to your pot, so that it's already up to temp and you can get up to pressure a lot quicker. First, I already peeled my potatoes. Since we're going to throw everything in the pot at once, you don't want the potatoes too small because it'll get soggy. So you want it to be about 1.5 to 2 inches chunks, so that, like I said, it doesn't overcook while we cook the chicken as well in there, so everything can get tender all at once. So about this size is good enough so that it won't overcook your potatoes. All right, next we are going to cut our tomatoes. Just cut it into smaller pieces so that they said you can use tomato sauce instead. I'm using red tomatoes. I am going to just chop it up into smaller pieces so it cooks faster. I'm going to dice my garlic. Now I can make it too small because I'm using my immersion blender, but if you're going to use tomato sauce and you're not going to use an immersion blender, you don't need it. But since we're using whole vegetables and I want to have a creamy soup, I'm using my immersion blender to blend all this together. Alright. Then now the last thing I'm going to cut is my chicken. I'm just going to cube it. I'll set all this aside back in my bowl, and we are ready to start cooking. Now everything's cut. I got my instant pot preheated on high on saute. I'm gonna take about 2 tablespoons of olive oil to our pot. I'm take a cup of this onion and pepper blend. And a cup of fire roasted vegetables. Put our tomato and garlic in here as well. We're gonna cook it until tender. Okay, now that it's been cooking for about 7-8 minutes, one ingredient I forgot to say that I'm going to add was cilantro. I am going to add about a palm full of cilantro to my pot, and now we're going to season it with about 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, some pepper, about a teaspoon of cumin, and about a teaspoon and a half of salt. And mix that up. I cook for about a minute or 2. And then we're going to add our hot water. And after about 1 to 2 minutes, now I'm going to pour in my water. I'm going to add about 6 cups of water. And we're going to boil it for about 5 minutes to further soften our veggies. And then we're going to blend. All right, it's been about 3 or 4 minutes, allowing our veggies to get softer. Now we're going to add our beef bouillon, chicken bouillon. Then we're going to add about 2 tablespoons. Mix it around so it gets off of the spoon. We use all of it. It tends to stick a little bit. Then now we're going to blend all these veggies in. Good. It's a good way to hide veggies from your kids. Alright, okay, now that everything's blended through, we're going to give it a taste to see if it's seasoned enough. It's a little bit more salt, and I think we'll be good. And a teaspoon more salt. Immersion blender real quick. Mix it in. Now that's done. We're going to add our chicken and our potatoes. Chicken and now our potatoes. Give it a little stir. You're gonna cover it and set it. We put our cover on. Make sure your seal is in there. Sometimes I forget the seal and it leaks all over the place, so don't forget that. Then we're gonna set it to pressure cook on high. Set it for 30 minutes. Once the 30 minutes gets heat up, 30-minute timer will start. All right, it'll be sealed, and once everything's over, you just you can slow release it if you want. It takes a little bit longer. If you want to eat quick, like we're trying to do, we're just gonna quick release it, and I find the results are not that much different in the tenderness. So we're just gonna quick release it when this is over, and your simple meal is done. Okay, now our Instant Pot the timer's up. Now we're gonna do a quick release to get rid of all the pressure, but first I'm gonna turn it off. Okay, our chicken and potato soup is complete. We got our rice already served in our bowl, and we can go ahead and plate.
I love mommy jugs. I need to make noise.
There's our chicken potato soup over rice. So, what you think?